Is successful business a gender blind? In views of Chanda Kochar, the success of business is a gender blind. Every entrepreneur, whether men or women, should start with a robust business structure. Business has to be done with both head and heart. An entrepreneur, whether male or female, has to willingly take help in field of finance or technical to grow his or her business. For proving that successful business is a gender blind, I would quote some examples like Ishita Khanna, Shaheen Mistry, Saloni Malhotra, Sunita Ghosh, Anita Ahuja, Suruchi Wagh, Reshma Anand, and Jesse Paul. Start with Anita Ahuja, whose program Conserve India employs rag pickers to collect plastic waste, which is then recycled to create export quality plastic bags. Anita, who lives in Delhi with her husband and two children, always was eager to make a social impact on communities around her and use her privileged background to make a difference among the less fortunate. From the very beginning of college days, she used to work collectively with local rag pickers and collect kitchen waste from nearly 500 households and turn into compost. As she worked, she realized the importance of plastic waste, which gave her an idea of melting the waste plastic and converting it into fashionable diaries, umbrellas, bags, raincoats, and much more. The Conserve India was started in 1998 with a motive to raise the standard of living of rag pickers and proper conversion of plastic waste into useful plastic material. The company today wants to make a sales worth rupees 40 million in 2011, its 8th year of operation. The program at present collects plastic waste from around 14 million residents and has employed around 300 people, paying 3,000 rupees per month to each of the employee. Anita's next step is to increase the scope of Conserve India by scaling up its production capacity. She soon hopes to manufacture 1 million square meters of plastic sheet a year using 300 tons of plastic waste and employing 500 rag pickers in the process. She already has buyer lined up and is in the talks with international investors. Anita is also looking to replicate her business model in other parts of India and is negotiating with large European chains for additional retail opportunities. Example I would give is of Saloni Malhotra, who brought technology and business to rural India in form of Desi Crew, India's first rural BPO. Saloni was 26 years old when she started the company Desi Crew with a single PC in 2007, and 2 years later her efforts showed fruits and now employs 70 people across 6 offices in Tamil Nadu. Desi Crew is a socially motivated rural BPO incubated with the help of rural technology and business incubator at IIT Madras. A graduate of Bharati Vidyapit's College of Engineering in Pune, Malhotra launched her company in February 2007. Desi Crew set up small back offices in small towns and rural areas. They educate people in areas of insurance, value-added services for mobiles, and global information system. She is trying to build an outsourcing business by leveraging the low-cost workers. In terms of Saloni, Desi Crew is a non-urban socially motivated BPO whose focus is tapping the workforce in India's small towns and rural areas. The biggest challenge for Saloni has been to convince clients about their productivity of rural areas. She is nurturing her dream of technologically empowered rural India. She was successful in setting up delivery centers in interior parts of Tamil Nadu. Language was not a barrier for her, and recently Desi Crew is nominated as one of the hottest startups in India by Tata National Entrepreneurship Network. Next, in this case, I would give you an example of Jesse Paul, the ex-CMO of Wipro and founder of Paul Writer, which provides platform to marketers to interact and learn from each other. Jessie Paul was not yet 35 when she became Chief Marketing Officer of IT major Wipro Technologies. After 5 years of her job, Paul quit her high-flying corporate career to venture out on her own. She set up a marketing advisory firm, Paul Writer, and thereby joined a growing band of women entrepreneurs creating high-growth business ventures. As a CMO at Wipro, it is hard for the marketing person to become CEO. She wanted to do altogether a different thing, so entrepreneurship was the only choice. Finally, Paul Writer was started in January 2010. She rightly made use of her marketing strengths and decided to face a 2 to 3 year plan. She wanted to build up her personal brand, so she came up for providing more flexible and useful advices to the companies in the field of marketing. I would introduce you to Ishita Khanna, founder of Ecosphere Spity. She is a young, dynamic social entrepreneur who is one of the co-founder of Ecosphere and Moose. Her experience of working at the grassroots and passion for the environment and the mountains has been driving force for Moose and Ecosphere, which enable her to live her philosophy. Ecosphere is a social enterprise which is collaborative efforts of all local communities of Spity and professionals for diverse background with a wide spectrum of skills and experience, effectively spanning the bridge from the general to the niche. The focus is to create sustainable livelihoods that are linked to nature and cultural conservation. The team of Ecosphere is well educated, and that knowledge is then supports their claim. They have a commitment not only to the development of the place, people, and resources for this region, but also to the outside world with whom they wish to share this rich natural and cultural heritage and the traditional knowledge of healing and health. They endeavor to provide an opportunity to all to become active participants in giving back to the region through their range of activities and products which enhance the local economies, links up to nature and culture conservation and overall development of the region. I am glad to introduce you the former Hindustan Unilever and ICICI Bank executive Reshma Anand, who developed Earthy Goods. She was very much passionate about her work of craft, so she found Earthy Goods in 2007, which procures, packages and market natural handicraft products. Reshma Anand was always asked a question: what made you start Earthy Goods? Why you left a great job? Why? She answered in 4 parts. First, she didn't want to spend her life doing a silly job in corporate. She did it for 6 years, learnt a lot, worked with fantastic people, but also realized that she wanted to work for her gaining local beyond market share. Second, to overcome the problem of unemployment, lower income, the root solution is entrepreneurship, and she found a real life solution to these challenges. Third, she always wanted to pay back her education, school, college in some way or the other. Fourth, traveling through villages for last 13 years, she had discovered that there are some homemade products which face the danger of being forgotten. So this attracted her for those homemade technique products to form a company. There are a number of such women enterprises examples which have been established and are running successfully even today. These women entrepreneurs were successful in the business as they possess leadership skill, motive to do different, values, mission and broader vision, good quality of knowledge, integrity, risk-taking ability, teamwork and honesty, adaptability to change, flexibility in thoughts and various other entrepreneurial skills. These skills, if possessed by a manager, can also make an organization a profitable one from a loss making. Now, you would also believe that successful business are gender blind. Thank you.